Yo, people, lateness is greatness. Although I'm not going to lie, I might just retire that phrase when I'm not in the mood. I don't know where the other guys are for the review. I don't care right now. I'm pissed. I'll do this on my own right now until they show up, man. I mean, maybe they're still kicking pots and pans from that scoreline, that result. Man, we have so much to dissect. So much to dissect. What was that, bro? I'm so confused. I'm confused. And you know when you smile, yeah, because you're just a little bit... I'm still pissed from first half. Like, I didn't get over what happened in that first half. I was still tweeting about it long into the second half. So I didn't even get opportunities to digest and dissect that in my brain cells. So when we're talking about a team, right, where I can only really identify probably two or one player that played well. Mason Mount was man of the match, but I don't even believe in giving out man of the matches when we don't win. I can't lie to you. I can't celebrate that. Like, I've tweeted it a few times. I just wanted to make it clear because he was getting a lot of stick, as he always does. But when we don't win, who cares who's man of the match? Like, who actually gives a donkey's ass? I don't give a shit. I don't care. I can't lie to you. I do not give a rat's ass who's man of the match anymore because we didn't win. And for me, like I said in the preview, like Sam, Mawa said in the preview, man, this was such a big opportunity, not to make a statement or any of that. Southampton are coming off the back of 6 defeats in a row. And we still managed, again, to do Robin Hood FC, Charity FC. We said it in the preview. This team is due. And I said it even on the Big Six. Even though I'm predicting 2-0 win, even though I'm predicting that Chelsea will play well, I'm still thinking to myself in the very back of my head, Charity FC. If there's one team that's going to allow Southampton to do a madness, it's going to be us. It's going to be us. I'm not going to lie. I don't know who the Don was in midfield for Southampton, yeah, but he's actually, if you're looking at man of the match for the whole game, not just obviously for Chelsea, he's man of the match, man. Serious performance. But let's just start with that first half, yeah? Because I'm mad confused right now. I'm confused on multiple fronts. I said it in my tweet. Let's start from the beginning. The starting 11. The starting 11. Holy moly. Holy moly. God damn. How do you play Kurt Zouma in the middle of a back three? How? Explain that to me. Somebody explain that to me. How does Zouma play in the middle of a back three, my guy? I need somebody to explain that to me right now because I'm confused. He's got no traits that suggest he is a defender to play in the middle of the back three. No traits. No traits. I don't know. You know, you're saying he looked good in the middle of the back three last season. Just in terms of long-term aspiring to be the best of the best when pressed. He is not showing those traits. He's not that guy. He's not prime David Luiz under Conte. He's not Thiago Silva. He's not Christensen. He's not a ball-playing centre-back. Yeah, he can spray it across the back a few times and he has a couple good long-range passes here and there, but he's not a ball-playing centre-back. He's not a centre-back that when an Ings or a Redmond press you, that you don't want him there. That's not his job. He's a recovery guy. He's a physical beast. I know his strengths, but why would you put him in the middle? And by the way, I'm not saying he's the reason we drop points because this is a team that have been defensively solid under Tuchel. This is a team that have only conceded 1 goal before this game, and that mistake came from an own goal. So I'm not saying the whole defeat is on him, but we have to start with him. Yeah, so we're not scapegoating. We have to start with him. He is part of the reason we didn't win the game because his error led to a goal, and if we didn't concede that goal, well, we would not have conceded a goal. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if you concede a goal, you have to pick apart the errors. And I'm afraid his positional awareness was in massive error. Massive error. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. He was sleeping, bro. He wasn't awake. He wasn't tracking his guy. We have to be honest about that. He just drifted. He's coasting. You know when you're on a plane, yeah, and the pilot puts it on airplane mode, like he just coasts. We're just coasting now. We're on automatic. That's what it was. Do you know what I mean? He was just gliding, just like this. Bro, wake up, bro. We're in a game, bro. You're not tracking your runner, bro. What are you doing? He was all over the shop, bro. It's not his position. Christensen is just a little bit better positional-wise. I don't get why we made the change. I don't get why we made the change. I said it in the preview. We all said it in the preview, really. I said it anyway. Why are you changing a back three? I wouldn't do it. Why are we changing a back three? A back three that's not conceded any goals. Why are we changing the back three? The defense is solid. The defense is not conceding. Why are we making changes? I know you got to rotate, but not now, bro. Not now. Not now, bro. Bro, he was sleeping. Sleep mode. Do you know what I'm saying? Zeds. Bedtime. Bro, he was sleeping. I don't get it. I don't personally get it. If you're going to put Zouma in a defense, you don't play him in the middle. That should just be common sense. But I guess, look, Tuchel's new. Fair enough. You're going to learn. People say Tuchel's rotating. Thiago Silva's back in training. Keep Christensen in the middle, and then you're going to take him out anyway for Silva. Do you see what I'm saying? If you're going to bring Zouma in, don't put him in the middle. Put him on the left or the right, where he is the guy who, okay, cool, he can make his recovery tackles in the wide areas. He can be a physical beast, but he's not the epicenter of where we build up. He's not the epicenter of a defender that needs to concentrate and have awareness and look around left to right to defend from different angles. Come on now. It's not rocket science. However, Tuchel's new. I hope he's now seen, okay, right, I'm not doing that again. We move on. All right. So that's lesson number one for Tuchel, right? You're not going to get too hard on him. He's had a great start. He made a few errors today I'm not happy about, but we critique in isolation as per usual, praise in isolation. And he's got things to learn. I'm going to go to the 10-minute mark, and then I'm going to let Dami in. Dami's in the backstage there. But let me just get my rant over with. And let me not miss the super chats. My bad, people. I'm sorry. I'm going through something right now. Felix. Zouma was snoozing, but why can't we score? 100%. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Don't think I'm not playing. I didn't come on this stream to play. Absolutely not. We will get to that, ladies and gentlemen. We can't keep making excuses for these lot. We get an attacking coach and we still are toothless. United will keep a clean sheet against us. Pain is coming. We got a very difficult fixture list. This is either two things. It's either a complete fuckery where we've just dropped points in our last easily winnable game. Yeah, in terms of just a game that was easy to win, we've dropped points. Or it's a lesson before the carnage that will take this less. Like if Tuchel was ever going to make a mistake, if he makes it now before our hard run and then we pattern up, maybe it's all good. But again, we'll see what happens. I tweeted during the game, I want 9, we want 9, we want 9. Some people took that as we want 9 goals. Hey, maybe you thought I was doing a Leicester or Man United. I said we want 9 because I want Erling Haaland, bro. I need a real number 9, bro. I need a real number 9. And I know the service wasn't great today. I know it wasn't. But I spoke about it midweek, and I've spoken about it a few times for people that keep saying Erling Haaland is just a guy who just is a tap-in merchant end product. He actually creates chances because he drops deep and all these things. But we're not gonna get into that right now because that's the summer's problem. Let's talk about the final problems for the last minute. What was going on? And a lot of you are going to disagree with me with this. How did Hudson Odoi come on and then get subbed off? How did that happen? And I'm not saying Hudson Odoi was good. You know, I'm a big Hudson Odoi fan. I'm not saying he was good. And I saw the interview afterwards. He said, listen, he wasn't committed or he wasn't doing what I wanted him to do in his position. He wasn't focused. Cool. I'm not saying Hudson Odoi was great. He got violated though. Got violated. To be taken off after coming on is a violation. For me, you got to be dropping a 0. He had moments where he was getting involved. He had good link up. He made runs off the ball. You know, a few cutbacks. I wouldn't say he was a guy that had to come off the pitch because, do you know what I mean? Because he was that bad. If you're coming off the pitch after getting subbed on, I'm thinking you're dropping a 0. It wasn't a 0. 100%. Zouma shouldn't be in the middle of the back three. Spot on. But let me get into this something real quick for the final 10 seconds before I let Dami in. Dami's going to go mad. I can tell. I can see him in backstage. He's smiling, fam. You know when a guy's smiling, that's when you know it's peak. And Anita's coming after Football Terrace, right? But Alonso today, Marcos Alonso today, was absolutely shocking. This brother can't cross and has no speed and intensity about his general play. The amount of times on that left-hand side he got the ball and he's taking 1, 2, 3 touches like he's got all day, and then he can't cross anyway. Can't beat a man on the cross. Doesn't know how to just cut back in. This is what I'm talking about with Marcus Alonso. It's either a 10 and you're getting clutch goals, or it's a 2 or 3. There's no in between. There's no in between. Why is he still in the team, bro? I said actually in the preview, Chilwell can step in for this. I said it. You heard me say it. Go back and watch the clip. Chilwell can step into this. It's not like Alonso's just producing masterclass after masterclass. Chilwell can step into this. Let's see how he does. He should be more than motivated. I am not trying to hear again Alonso runs down the wing for me. I'm not trying to hear it again. I keep telling you, Dons, no matter how good he plays, he is not good enough to be a starting left wing back or left back for the long-term future of this football club if we want to win things. Point blank, period. Period. I'm not joking around. People keep saying, oh, but look, he's back. He's back. Okay, cool. He's doing great things. But the facts of the matter is you can buy a better left wing back than him. A left wing back that can cross the ball. A left wing back that actually will use both feet when he receives the ball. Brother, you know Robbie from Arsenal Fan TV? Shout out Robbie. I love Robbie. This is Alonso on the ball. Left foot like this. When he receives. He never uses his right foot. Brother, it's just so one-dimensional, fam. Like this. What is this, bro? What is that? Like, what is this? All the time, just like, what is wrong with this brother, fam? Every time, bro, in general play, brother can't just step inside. Brother's always doing this 60-year-old granddad rotation thing like this. What are we in the Caribbean? What are we doing? What are we in the Caribbean? Is this salsa? What is this? Move quicker. Why are you moving like he's moving like Maguire? He's not a smart fridge. He's a chalk ice is in the bottom drawer fridge. I'm not gonna say it again. Don't ever tell me again that brother is a top level footballer when he can't even cross the ball. What fullback in the modern day can't cross the ball? You're not serious. Dami, talk to me, fam. Jokers, bro. And he didn't get subbed off, but Hudson Odoi has to come off. Are you kidding me, bro? Come on now, man. Brother's moving like my granddad, fam. 60 years old like this, bro. What is this? He can't move, bro. What type of footballer can't move? Explain it to me, bro. Because I'm hella confused right now. He can't move. I've seen old people's home with walking stick move with more fluidity than that, bro. If he was water, like what you're drinking, he would just be flat, bro. You know, for the man them that drink water on a daily, they understand that water tastes different. Different types of water taste different. This brother's flat water, bro. You know what, yeah? I'm eating. Talk. I'm eating this stream. Bun this, fam. I got snacks because I knew I was going to be... I knew it. From the moment I saw the starting 11, I knew it wasn't what I wanted. Do you know what I'm saying? I predicted 2-0, but I didn't predict that starting 11. You see the starting 11 I predicted? That's what I wanted to see, bro. I wanted to see Chilwell for good reason. Because he's had to kick up the arse now. Do you know what I'm saying? I wanted to see Christensen in the middle of the back three. And you guys know I don't even rate Christensen like that. I wanted to see Hudson Odoi starting at right wing back. Wumba Clark, he didn't even play anybody I wanted to. God damn, man. Now that I think about my 11, he didn't play anybody that I wanted to see. Ross Clark, bro. I said Jorginho and Kova. Because Kante was better than Kova today. But the chemistry wasn't there. No chances created in the first half. Do you know what? You man diss. When Anita comes, you man diss Jorginho, but no chances created in the first half, bro. Only Mount in the second half, then creating chances, bro. There was no chemistry in the midfield. Everyone was confused. Confucius. No chemistry, no communication. We keep saying it. The midfield lacks communication. Rah. I don't do rants. I don't do I don't smash computers. I ain't damaging my property.
Big up to the man in the chat that know me. I've been here for 5 minutes. I haven't said a word. I had to sit down. Okay, I woke up early. Okay, to do a fucking live stream watching that game, fam. Let me not even start picking apart the whole team from top to bottom, because look at fucking Rudiger and Zouma. These brothers combined, okay, have the awareness of a newborn child. You understand? These brothers together have the awareness of a newborn child, fam. Did you see that fucking goal, fam? Did you see that goal? Aspilicueta was out there having to change up their diapers, fam, and he forgot to bring the baby pad, and the baby shat all over the shop, fam. These brothers, fam, they are dreadful. Christensen, I'm not a big fan of Christensen. I'm not a big fan, but their awareness is lacking, fam. As for Thiago Silva, you were talking about him playing against Atletico. I don't see that happening. Brother, if he was going to play against Atletico Madrid, Christensen would not be rested against fucking Hudson Odoi.
Oh, don't scare me. Don't scare me like that.
I am not scaring you. I said I see people that are in the chat in it. They know me, fam. You know what I'm saying? They know what I'm doing, fam. These brothers are out here doing mental stuff all over the shop, fam. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like literally, bro. Do you know what? Yeah.
If Thiago Silva's not playing, I'm on it. I'm on this. The whole crate.
Do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know what it is? Yeah. Not only that, yeah. Not only that. That attack, fam, is utterly toothless. Honest to God, I was on the phone to social services to find Tammy Abraham. Do you know what I mean? Literally, his brother, yeah, he was nowhere to be found.
MC Hive, come on, bro.
People were out there talking to me like, "Raw, Tammy, there was no chances created. Nothing." I know, I'm not blind. I was watching the game. Do you know what I'm saying? I was watching the game, but you got people that are not even moving, fam. Tammy was not doing no movement whatsoever. Not making himself available, and that game was top tier bollocks, fam. Do you know what I mean? That was straight bollocks. I don't even have too much more to say.
Let me go through the super chat.
If I start breaking stuff down, we'll be here for hours, fam. Do you know what I mean?
Let me go through.
I'm on the left hand side. This brother, I'm convinced the only thing he can do on the football pitch is to be at the end of a goal, fam. Crossing, Jesus, fam. Christians will be offended. Jesus. Christians will be offended by his crosses, fam. Are you mad? What's wrong with you, fam? Coming into the shop looking like a dead plank of wood, fam. Can you imagine that?
I'm gonna go through some super chats. Yeah, Wendell says even if Hudson Odoi wasn't at his best today, no reason for him to be treated like that. He's too good. Why is Tuchel so patient? Hold on. No. He's been too good.
We are not doing this
with Timo and Alonso.
Bro, we are not doing this. We are not doing this. We are not doing this. Marcos Alonso, let me tell you about this thing. Hold on. This Callum Hudson-Odoi, I've been seeing it on the TL. I haven't tweeted because bare man are frustrating me. Big up to Wendell for your super chat. I know that I'm not even asking you specifically, but there is nothing to worry about. Tuchel has come in and given Callum Hudson-Odoi an injection of form. He has given him an injection of chance. So because he came on, put him, I know it's a violation to do what he did, but that's how the situation runs. It's a violation, but happens, fam. Tuchel clearly.
Hold on. If you need a goal, but bro, if you need a goal, come on, taking off Hudson Odoi and leaving off. Come on now, really?
It's not even just about that. But my
by the way, ZS, you came on. I know it was only 15 minutes, and PYS is getting dragged right now on Twitter. By the way, those are brilliant. I love those little arguments, mod versus PYS and con. God damn, you guys are golden entertainment. Honestly, shout out you, man. But seriously. For me, I didn't agree with it, but yeah, I'm not going to get onto Tuchel like that too much because you're right. He did bring Hudson Odoi into the game in terms of into form and trusted him and hugs and kisses at full time. It's not a beef thing, but I'm just saying when you bring off a 20-year-old who's just come on, I don't know, man. It's a bit rough, innit? Like for me, like I said, you have to be dropping zeros. But anyway, Felix says I guarantee Hudson Odoi starts against Atletico Madrid. Or against ATM. I hope we're playing an ATM, bro. I hope we're playing a bank machine, bro. I'd rather that than a Atletico. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd rather play against a bank machine, fam. Talk about bank machine, fam. Alonso's moving like one of them. You know when them robbers just come and get the crane and move the bank machine, fam, and everything's just like this. That's Alonso, bro. Like, whoa, it's just wild out here. Matisse wants AC to start. AC Hive, come on, bro. Fam, Lewis is going to be onto me, bro. You know when I'm doing AC prop, you know there's a problem. God damn. Big up Dami and Mickey Mouse doing adult moves. PG. I don't know who Mickey Mouse is. You know what I'm saying? That ain't me, bro. That ain't me. Man ain't going to be no screeching and screaming today, bro. Telling you that, fam. I'm not in the mood. Do you know what it is, yeah? I'm W's only, bro. So when I don't get my W, I'm not happy, bro. I don't care. Especially against Southampton. 6 defeats in a row, bro. Raw. And I'm going big 6. Look. See, look. Here he is, fam. See what I mean?
Tobi. Out. Leave. Thank you so much for your blessing us with your presence. But bro,
Tobi, I sent you a screenshot. I couldn't find Tottenham in the top 7, so I'm not talking to you anymore.
you're talking like you're.
Tobi, do you want to come in? Do you know what? Let's send them the link because Tobi's one of them dons that you kind of need at full time to pattern you. I like Tobi a lot, fam. Tobi's a real G. We need to send him a link. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but we're gonna do it. If you want to join, if you got time, I don't know if you're. Yeah, but let's. If he's got time, he can come in. 100%. Tobi's brilliant. Because Tobi, to be fair, Tobi did tell me 1-1. So who better to have than the guy who predicted it? He knows ball. 100% he can come in. Because bro, if I keep talking, it's gonna be mad, isn't it? So I'd rather just eat my chocolate. All right, Dami, can you send him the link? Have you got him? Because I'm on my phone, innit? I need to get myself prepped, fam.
I'll send it to him on Twitter. Tobi, check your Twitter.
We're sending you the link, Tobi. Check your Twitter DMs, bro. Because Tobi's got a lot to say. I saw Tobi commentating, at me in group chats or whatnot. I'm just thinking to myself, Lord have mercy. If this team don't get a win,
Tottenham fan is speaking, you know. See you less from.
No, but he's spot on, bro. He predicted 1-1, so I kind of want to.
Did he actually? Oh, bomb.
Yeah, bro. He predicted 1-1. He told me, and I was like, I'm a clown, fam. God damn, bro.
I have no comments. Wallahi. I don't have anything to say. I got a hot dog here. You know what I mean? Matisse, what are you eating?
Chocolate, bro.
I got a hot dog. You know what I mean? I got a hot dog.
Tobi's is coming. My thing, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I've been saying it, yeah, and I've been doing proper Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland. And look who else. Oh look. Yo, this stream is about to get litty. Yo, Anita, Jorginho wasn't on the pitch today. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? We're on the pitch today, darling. We're on the pitch today, darling.
But Kante had a great game.
He did. He was good. He's good.
Wait. He had a good game.
Oh, we all eating?
He had a good game. I have a hot dog with this has chocolate. You bring out your popcorn. You understand? For me, yeah, he had a great game in it. He had a great game, but once again, end product all over the shop was disgrace. It was an embarrassment. It was embarrassing. You understand? It was embarrassing. It was an embarrassment.
Anita, thoughts on Zouma? Thoughts on Alonso? Thoughts on every blood clot imposter among us, please.
Listen, what did we not say? Zouma can't play in the back three. Did we not say it? He cannot play in a back three. When I saw him starting, I laughed. I chuckled. I said, I laughed. I knew for a fact that there was gonna be a mistake in there, yeah. And people are telling me he didn't make a mistake, right? Here's how I see it.
What?
You know what? I don't
People
like
told me it
I
wasn't a
don't like
mistake.
this.
What?
But I was on Twitter when the mistake happened. And I love all you guys, yeah, but I have to say your names. And I'm going on the byline after, so it's cool. Alex, no tweet. Mod, no tweet. Con, no tweet. Nini, no tweet. All of you, where were you, bro? Where? Listen, if you're going to be objective with Zouma, I needed to see a tweet, bro. Where was the tweets, my guys? No tweets on Zouma. Everybody in their mother saw the mistake. Don't tell me you didn't see it. Don't tell me. I'm going on the byline to tell Alex right after this. No way you didn't see the mistake because it was clear as day. Brother was just like this. You know when you're high, you're just like this. It's like a college kid. Just like this.
Exactly. And you see, that's the type of energy that we cannot have in a back three. In a back three, you've got to be alert, you got to be commanding, you got to be in sync with your other two. Oh, why did you bring him?
Yeah. What are we saying, Chelsea fans?
Like, no,
What's good, people?
This is my personal.
I'm done. I'm out.
What's good? Talk to me. Talk to me, Chelsea fans. Come on, you can't be doing this.
Nah, dude.
I need to check if my mic is working properly. One sec.
Your mic's working. We can hear you, bro. Don't worry.
No, but not my Yeti though. I want you to hear me clearly on my Yeti. Do you get what I'm saying?
he's gonna tell us clearly. Bomba club.
Yeah.
This is not good.
I don't even want to hear it. No,
Do you know what it is? The reason why I'd rather just Toby get it out now because I got to talk to him in midweek after Atletico. I'm not trying to get 2 L's from Toby in one solid stream together. So I'd rather just space my shit out. You know what I'm saying? I'm being smart with it.
Hey, hold on. Let me quickly join Dam.
Right, bro. I'm here. I'm listening. I'm here. I'll take it, bro. Go for it.
Yeah, you know what it was for me. I just knew the rot had to end with Southampton. I knew it had to end. Like 6 games straight. They've had injuries, etc., and they had to play a different way. And I think you saw that today. And there was one thing which I spoke about to you, Matisse, right at the start, where I doubted your ability to break down sides who play like a deep block. Because we looked at your results in isolation. We saw Newcastle at home. Listen, that's a gimme. I know there are no gimmies in the league, but with no Callum Wilson, that was a gimme. Wolves was the only game in this Tuchel run where I actually saw a team sitting with total organization and you couldn't break them down. And for me today, Southampton, they looked at that and they said, you know what? We're a high pressing team. We normally like to press. We normally like to leave our defenses exposed. Today, we're not going to play that way. Today, we're going to let you have the ball. We're going to sit back. We're going to see what you can throw at us.
Yeah.
You're not going to break them down today. Bro. That was the issue for me. Whatever. I didn't think the system was the issue per se. I felt like the players on the pitch were not able to play with enough incision to rattle Southampton. I don't think they did. And then I felt like your attacking players as well. Werner, you know me, I like Werner, but today, touch bouncing off his leg, like just he didn't look in the game at all. Tammy Abraham completely invisible. He may as well have not been playing half time.
Just like Tottenham on the league table, completely invisible. Can't see them nowhere. You know where I'm coming from. 0 focal point, 0 hold up play, zero anything. And then on the right hand side as well, Mason Mount. Mason Mount was the only player that I thought that played. Mason Mount and Kovacic, and I guess Kante to a certain extent. I felt like they were the only ones that played a little bit. Had a very
good match. That's not to a certain extent. He had a very good match. Kante. Kante, he had a very good match. That's not saying.
I'm not saying. Yeah. I'm not trying to say he had a bad game, but I'm saying that like, the rest of your players, it didn't turn up. Even Reece James today, like he got into good positions, and I thought he could have done better with the ball, man.
Awful.
Can I say something? Awful. I didn't tweet it because I saw a lot of people put it. You know, even it's true. I'm people today. Mud with your Reece James propaganda before the game started, huh? Let me speak about this brother right now, fam. That guy, okay, true say, without violating him in any way, shape, or form, as a right wing back, he's not good. He's not it. He's not it. Maybe it might take him a few games and a few more months to adjust to the position. I believe he's got the qualities to do that. But brother does not bring anything to that right wing back position. You don't bring no byline runs. You don't bring no extra. Even his crossing today, fam. I could just. He wasn't. If you're going to play as a right wing back for Thomas Tuchel, you need to do 2 things. You need to be beating the last man. Okay. You need to be playing with that whoever the guy is on the left hand side that needs to defend against you, and you need to be extremely dynamic. You could see Mason Mount trying to link up with Reece James on the right hand side. Bomber clat, non-existent. You know, non-existent. When Callum Odoi came on, it took him 5 minutes for both of them to come up with a penalty. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, as far as Thomas Tuchel brought Callum Odoi up, I was a bit frustrated with how he brought him up and all of that. And I don't necessarily agree with you too much. I understood what he said, but it is what it is. But Reece James, right wing back, no.
Like maybe I'm being over dramatic when I keep saying that I would prefer Reece James at right sided centre back, and people keep getting on to me and saying, people keep getting onto me and saying, "Oh, you're being like, why can't he play right wing back?" I'm not saying that he can't play right wing back. I'm just saying, when I'm looking at his traits as a player, I just think in a team that is trying to be attacking in a back three, he at right sided centre back would make more sense to me in terms of his strength, in terms of him being able to step out into midfield, in terms of his experience at academy level playing centre back. Just in terms of what I've seen, in terms of traits, I would prefer him at right sided centre back, because even when he played right wing back last year, I always said to myself he's better at right back. So he doesn't he's an attacking fullback, but he's not Trent. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not Trent. He's not one of these guys that are just like boom, boom, going forward like that. He does have a bit more balance in his overall, makeup as a player. Tobes and Anita, what did you make of the Hudson Odoi sub? Because for me, I thought it was a bit wild.
It was wild is even an understatement. If I'm being honest with you, that kind of thing can wreck someone's confidence to such an extreme. He has to go to Callum after the match. He has to go to him, hug him, and give him a valid explanation. And don't get me wrong, I see what he was saying about the counter press, and he wasn't really tracking back as well. Fair enough, I understand. But at the same time, I'm thinking this, you are the manager, You are a tactical magician, whatever they used to call you back in the day, right? It was clear as day to see that you could literally have moved Callum to right wing back. You could have moved into that position, brought Ziyech on, taken off, what's his name? I personally would have taken off Mason Mount. Personally.
Whoa,
that's
crazy. No. But this is 10 minutes towards the end. This is 10 minutes towards the end. 10 minutes left of the game. No. But hear me out. It's just 10 minutes towards the end of the game. Just at that point.
Yeah.
At that point, if he had to bring anyone on, or even just take off Reece James, just things like that. Try and do something.
It was Alonso for me. Alonso was the one.
No. Alonso could stay because Chilwell in that position stinks. So
why did Alonso stay? Alonso was terrible. He didn't.
Chilwell is worse.
Alonso was terrible. He did
absolutely bring back role. Chilwell is worse.
He missed a really good chance. He missed a really good chance in the first half by his standards. He didn't offer any Werner any sort of overlap. He was awful.
Oh, by his finishing standards.
Timo Werner, every single time Timo Werner had the ball, 3 players around him. Where's the overlap?
But
you're the wing back.
He can't run.
The thing is,
and he's offering zero.
Can we guarantee Chilwell would have done better? I can't guarantee that Chilwell would have done better.
No, anyone would do better.
But do you know what we could have done? We could have gone to 4 at the back. We could have done that, and then take off.
I don't understand.
Chilwell goes to right
back, stuff like that. But then again, it takes out the attacking option again. So it's just like we need to incorporate all of our attacking options when we're playing low block teams like this. We cannot sit back against low block teams, but our end product is trash.
You didn't sit back though, not once. And here's my point on Thomas.
That's the worry, Toby. We weren't sitting back and we still weren't scoring. If we didn't have a penalty today,
that's not down to the but that's down to your players. That's down to your players. Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're saying that Thomas Tuchel taking a player off, taking Hudson Odoi off could ruin his confidence, etc. It can, but I feel like considering this is a manager who's been extremely sympathetic to the situation Callum Hudson-Odoi was in before. He's played him pretty much every single time he's been able to play him. He's a player who is getting much more minutes under Thomas Tuchel than he has than he did under Lampard. The guy took him off and he explained these reasons. It's not like he took him off and said, "Oh yeah, he was crap." Callum Hudson-Odoi is going to continue getting game time as a manager.
And what happens if he doesn't play on Tuesday? What happens if he doesn't play on Tuesday?
He doesn't play on Tuesday.
No, it's not a that thing. It's not a that thing.
Do you know why it's a that thing? Because he is the manager. It can't be a week ago.
I'm not even questioning Tuchel's managing ability. The reason he took him off is fine by me. I'm not even questioning that. And my thing is, how's he now going to handle Callum Hudson-Odoi's confidence? Yes, he's been sympathetic to what's happened to Callum Hudson-Odoi. However, taking off any player after bringing them on for 20 minutes is going to knock someone's confidence in a way. It's not
personal. It's not like he's done it to say.
It doesn't have to be personal. It's going to knock your confidence.
I don't understand.
Because the thing is, going forward, Callum didn't look bad. He didn't look bad, and we needed a goal.
It's not about him. It's not about him looking bad. As a manager, surely you have to respect that. He's a manager. He's seeing that he's brought a substitution on. It's not working. He's tried to change it. What is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it because you should have brought him on in the first. The thing is, right? You're a manager.
Well, how can you say you should have brought him on in the first place? Listen to what you just said. Listen to what you just said.
If you bring someone on, no, because you're a manager. If you bring someone on at half time, and if you want to take them off 20 minutes after, do your thing, but at the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact that it's going to knock someone's confidence.
I don't understand.
Whether you're playing well or not, it's going to knock
Thomas Tuchel is not the first, nor will he be the last manager to take off a player after bringing him on as a substitute. He's not. Yeah.
Okay.
He did
I
that.
hope Mourinho does it to Son.
He did that. He did
Have a conversation about
Son.
it.
Son,
I
you know
hope
what?
he does it to
You know
Son.
what? Guess what, Son? Guess what Son and Callum Hudson Odoi are? They're professional footballers. It's professional football.
One is 19.
He's 20. I swear he's 20 years old. He ain't 19, is he? I swear
Regardless,
he's 20.
he's young. Regardless,
It
he's
doesn't
young.
matter.
It's gonna affect your
It
confidence.
doesn't matter. Listen
Wait,
to me.
hold on. But why can't it affect his confidence? Why can't it affect his confidence? Why? Why is that such a bad thing for it to affect his confidence? Why can't it?
Because he's just.
Why is that inevitable?
Because how do you know that it's going to knock his confidence like this? He's given his rationale.
He wants confidence. Look at Michy Batshuayi. Remember when Michy Batshuayi came on for the kickoff? For the kickoff after scoring the match and the whistle blew. As I said, Thomas Tuchel is not this manager who just discards play. He's not this manager. In his 4 or 5 weeks as Chelsea manager, he's given an explanation for every single decision he's made. When he's dropped Chilwell, when he's brought in Jorginho, when he's not played Kante, when he's done this, he's given a rationale for every single situation you see at Chelsea. And this is a manager who's spoken highly of Callum Hudson Odoi. He's not just going to freeze Callum Hudson Odoi out of this team just because. No, but that's not my point.
But that is my point, though. He saw something.
No, because
he saw something that wasn't well in his eyes, and he wanted to change it.
I said, why would it not his confidence? It's
Get over it. You man love baby. No, big man thing. You man love baby. Callum Hudson Odoi.
You're talking about professionalism and he should get over it, blah, blah, blah. It's going to knock someone's confidence. Like I said from the start, his decision making to take him off, I'm not mad at it. He can do whatever he wants to do. If he is the manager. If he thinks that he brought on a player and he didn't want to tactically change, that is fine. If he wanted to take him off after 20 minutes, that is fine. That is his problem. However, now he needs to manage his confidence. In my opinion, and having spoken to footballers that I've spoken to in the past, in my opinion, it is going to affect someone's confidence. Callum Hudson Odoi, don't get me wrong, he is a professional. He is still a 20-year-old kid who has been shunned out of Chelsea FC for quite a while under Lampard. Whether how Tuchel handles it going forward, that's what I want to see. If he gets shunned out on Tuesday, it probably will still be a problem. If he doesn't, then kudos to Tuchel. It's probably still going to be a problem.
Let me
put it in perspective.
You know what's crazy? Before you go, Callum Hudson Odoi. What's mad is we're doing all this talk. Callum Hudson Odoi will definitely get minutes against Atletico Madrid, whether it's home or away. He's gonna play. Because guess what? Honestly, you're literally you're trying to prop up this confidence thing, and I get it, but the situation is completely different. It's not. I saw someone in the comments mention Moise Kean when he got dragged off for Everton under Duncan Ferguson. That was ruthless. And you never saw Moise Kean again. And you didn't even see Moise Kean wasn't even playing before that game. Yeah. Callum Hudson Odoi has been a permanent fixture under Thomas Tuchel, yeah? In recent against Newcastle, he started. Did he not? Did he not?
I don't think he started
against Newcastle. Yes, he did. When you lot wanted to, he started that game. He started that game. He's played the majority of games for Thomas Tuchel at right wing back or right wing. Just because he's taking him off now for like a 15-minute spell towards the last 15 minutes of this game does not all of a sudden mean that, oh yeah, his confidence is gone. Do you not think after the way this guy's explained his decisions in the press that he's not going to explain his decision to Callum Hudson Odoi and that he's just going to freeze out Callum Hudson Odoi?
Let me super chats. Hold on,
can you give me a second to say something, real quick? Let me just say something real quick. This situation, for starters, I think we can all agree, okay, that when you bring off a player the way Tuchel did, it's a violation. Let me speak here. It's a violation to bring a player off like that. Now, this confidence conversation, like I said at the start of the stream, Tuchel reignited his career this season. He came into the shop and he clearly trusts the guy. If Callum is starting to get a knock in confidence after Tuchel brought him off and explained why he did that, I will be more worried about Callum's side of you personally. Because, in my opinion, that would be, like, if for example, when your parents tell you, you messed up in school, there are two ways you can react to them, like, oh, I messed up in school, and they told you why you messed up. So you work on it the next time you come round. He's definitely going to get game next time. Look at Reece James on that right wing back position. I'm not trying to see that again. Tuchel is not trying to see that again either. Do you know where I'm coming from? He just didn't have any other options. So the thing with Callum Hudson Odoi is he's definitely going to get back into the squad, 100%. But if I mean, I understand the confidence conversation, definitely do. But if Callum starts to dip because he got pulled up the way he did, then that's worrying on his confidence, because the manager has finally come into the club and given him a chance. And then the one time the manager is upset that he's not meeting the requirements he has meant to set for him after giving him that chance, then that's the problem on Callum's side, mentality-wise.
Hold on.
Read your super chat and I'll read you.
Let me go through the super chat so I don't lose them. And also this really good comment that's not a super chat that I'll read out from AMA. James had a really immense ball for Alonso, which Toby alluded to earlier, obviously, and he missed it. But to be fair, James also missed a fantastic opportunity from Mason Mount, right? And just side-footed it. And I was like, that is just too casual. You've got to be like head down and you've got to be getting underneath the ball, and you need to be getting over the top of the ball and hitting that down into the ground. He just casually just leant back, and I was not happy with that from Reece. Joe says, I think taking Hudson Odoi off was a message to the rest of the team that he is ready to win by any means necessary. I don't like the method though. Felix says, we're missing the final pass, and it's blatant 100% on players not making the correct decision or executing quickly enough. Chances need to be taken. Let me just see what else there is before I go into my next segue. But I don't even really want to talk about Hakim Ziyech too much because he only played for 15 minutes. But what I will say is that I think he was not good. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't know how much to read into it.
He was bad.
Yeah, I don't know how much to read into it, and I don't want to be reactionary and start drawing him out for 15 minutes, but he wasn't good. But who I want to talk about, the one positive, was Mason Mount. And again, so often I'm seeing people somehow find ways to critique this man. He was creating opportunities, drawing fouls, won the penalty, took the penalty, won free kicks. I personally do not see how not only he was obviously man of the match for Chelsea, but how we continue to critique this guy so heavily. I don't get it. I really don't. I'm starting to think now it's just trolling, and maybe I just need to ignore it. This was really the final time that I will address it, because I don't know what you made of him, Toby and Anita and Dami, but I thought he was brilliant today, especially in the second half. First half, we didn't create too many chances, so I wouldn't say any of the team was great. Like I said, I think we had like 73% possession, barely any shots on target, if any, and we were just lackluster and poor. Second half, we created a lot more chances. Mason Mount put in a great ball for Reece James, like I said, had a really great bit of skill on the left-hand side, which if a Brazilian does that, we're clipping it and we're sending it to La Liga. And again, won the penalty, won the foul, was brilliant in the half spaces and turning. And again, for me, was our most dangerous player. So I'm not even having it as a discussion. I just want to know what you guys made of his performance, because I'm not even trying to entertain the people that don't rate him at this point, to be honest. I think it's a bit wild. Like I said, I like all the opinions, but for me, you need to justify it. I need to start hearing some serious justifications as to why Mason Mount should come out the team, why Mason Mount is not good, not a good player, and all these things, because I'm just starting to hear it. It's just nonsense at this point.
He played well. He played well, and I feel like him and Kovacic right now are the ones for me where you can actually say hand on heart, like they should be playing the bulk load of matches when you look at their performances in recent weeks. And if you look at it over the course of the season, Mason Mount is the only Chelsea midfielder who's not had a humongous dip in form. Kovacic was dodgy at the start of the season. Kante started off well, then dipped during the winter period as well. Jorginho played here and there. Whilst he didn't play badly, it's not like he was pulling up any trees. I think Mason Mount is the only midfielder. Yes, he played a lot of games under Frank Lampard, but he's kept a reasonable level of consistency, and he's been good for Chelsea this season. And like you said, everything you did well today, it came from him. Whether he was beating players, committing players, passing the ball, dribbling with the ball, he played well today. So I don't really understand why there would be any criticism of Mason Mount. It's clear to see he's a good player. Simple as.
Yeah, I literally just echo everything Toby said. I just don't get the slander. Like, obviously I was on a stream before this, and then one of the guys was saying that he doesn't create enough, and I'm just thinking, like, he's one of our most creative players on the pitch. And secondly, if we look at who's in front of him, the people in front of him are not burying their chances. Let's focus on that rather than focusing on what Mason Mount's doing. Because when Mason Mount is creating chances, no one's there burying it. Like, we need to focus on things that matter and leave Mason Mount's name out of our mouths, because he's been our best player this season again. Like, it's one of them ones where you can't even deny it now. He's a constant starter under Tuchel now. So it's something that we can't even say, oh, he's Lampard's boy. Nah, managers see something in him, and we've got to start opening our minds to see what they see.
people keep saying 2 open play assists. Watch the game, because that Reece James opportunity should have been buried. And like I said, I don't like hypocrisy. So when I stick up for Jorginho a couple seasons ago, and I see a whole damn compilation and a whole list of opportunities where Jorginho's put the ball in behind and Higuain's missed or Morata's missed, etc., etc. Hold the same energy for Mason Mount. You are seeing him create the opportunities and they are not being taken. So what do you want him to do? Like, for real. Don't try and tell me he hasn't got better at setting up chances even in open play this season, because he has. You saw it fall against Leeds when he sprayed the ball with his left foot. Very similar to how Calvin Phillips did for Patrick Bamford when he scored. Mason Mount did exactly the same thing for Timo Werner, and Timo Werner doesn't score the opportunity 1v1. Again today, left-footed cross into the box. Reece James leaning back, casual. What are you doing? What's going on? That can't run. Like, I can't legislate for that. So for me, clear man in the match. And again, he's just proven every single week why he should start. Yes, he's not, like Dami alluded to before. Yes, his end product needs to improve. Yes, he needs to score more goals. But I'm looking at Ziyech coming on doing absolutely fuck all. I'm seeing too many players who are big grown men, yeah, who are older than him, not doing their thing on the pitch. So I'm not really trying to hear it, to be honest. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting him to be consistent because he's 22 years old. If Pulisic was doing what Mason Mount done this season, you would not hear a whisker. Facts. End of discussion. You wouldn't hear it, because Pulisic is just more likable to this fan base. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but he just is. If Pulisic was doing what Mason Mount done, people would be making compilations of what Pulisic's missed opportunities, assists, and look at this assist could have been for Pulisic, but this finish didn't go in. Simple. That is what happens. It's double standards. I'm done. It's double standards. This super chat saying, sorry. Go for it.
True say, you man, see, I don't know you man. I'm going to keep you hella real. Mason Mount in the second half was absolutely phenomenal. You understand? He was out there making couples of players, getting all sorts of passes all over the shop. His decision making was so much better. First half, let's all keep it very real. He was not that good.
No,
first half,
he wasn't.
He was not good. He was not good in the first half. Let me look it up. In the first half, it was extremely frustrating. Let me keep that. But now, like you said, second half, he came into the shop, he turned up, and when you compare it to the likes of Ziyech, honestly, Ziyech is moving like Willian. He's moving like Willian. I didn't want to do it, but he's moving like Willian. I know Bear Man rates Ziyech massively and always asking me questions about him. I've always said it. He don't fit Tuchel's style too much. He don't fit it. He just don't. When you see him on the pitch, the nonchalance and nothing, fam. So I'm not a big fan of Ziyech right now, but now Mason Mount on the field right now. Second half, he was definitely good in the second half. I would take that. But that first half for me was definitely not it. But that's my issue right now. The thing is, I can't really say too much about it because, like you rightfully said, you've got Timo Werner messing up the shop. You've got Tammy messing up the shop. You've got Hudson Odoi not getting involved in the goals. You've got everybody messing all about. Yeah. But Mason Mount is trying. I mean, obviously, he got the penalty once again, which is good. You know what I mean? He got the penalty goal of that. And he definitely had some net. There's a moment where he took out 2 players as well, when he megged one of them on the left side. And then he cut inside to try and put in the cross. Good. That's very good. But
I said this in my preview. No, I said this on All You Can Eat Chelsea. I'm seeing Mandem add up Timo Werner's fouls drawn in the penalty box as assists. So do it for Mason as well. I'm just asking for consistency, fam. That's an assist. Fam, he got an bro. According to Twitter, he got a goal and an assist today. Hold the energy. I don't.
Your fans are starving, bro.
Yeah, bro, we're starving. But you're wearing other team's kits in, so you're definitely starving too.
I'm starving.
We're in the same.
You ain't gonna see me back out no Bayern Munich kit on no stream.
Because you ain't got the muscles or the clout to do it. That's You ain't got the muscles or the clout to wear that top. That's why.
Listen, the muscles are coming, bro. When the gyms open up. Alexander said taking Hudson Odoi off is simply a message to everyone that they can't be lazy. Tuchel expects you to run and press hard, especially so if you come on as a sub. Yo, all I'm saying is I'm not trying to be that guy. If Lampard said that, Bumba Clark. Run and press, yeah? Damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? If someone else said that, it would be lights out for everybody.
If that happened under Lampard, what happened now? If it happened under Lampard, it would be a different story and we'd be having a different conversation.
Facts. Let's be real. Facts. If Lampard pulled Hudson Odoi off, yeah? He would have been done out here, bro.
Yeah, but Lampard would have chastised him in the press and would have banished him. Would have said to the gulag, bro.
Bro, you can't step back onto that bus home, bro. It's lights out.
You know what Thomas Tuchel even said in his post-match? He said, after he said the stuff about his energy and attitude of counter pressing, he then said, "It is a hard decision, I know, for the players to come on and off. But tomorrow, all is forgotten, and he has all the abilities to start the game against Atletico Madrid." Job done.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry to Reggie. I'm just literally the problem is with StreamYard, and all streamers will know this. Even if you sent in something, if I can't scroll up to it, like there's a limit to where you can scroll up to. I don't know what's wrong with this silly platform, but just send it in like as a normal chat and I'll see it. I'll look out for your name now. So yeah, I don't mean to miss it, but sometimes if we talk for a long time and I don't get to keep scrolling up.
So that's not just an issue your facilities over there, big man.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Michael Dapper and all that. I didn't get your thoughts, Toby, and on Zouma in the middle of a back three. God damn, I mean, you've seen back three at Tottenham before, I believe.
Lord,
Good Lord. What the hell was that goal for Southampton, fam? Seriously.
Zouma should be the exterior of a back three, not the interior. Zuma's not a good defender. I don't think he's a bad defender. I think he has good attributes. Like he's strong in the air, he's fast on the ground, but I don't rate his ability to read a proper football game. He's a
soldier, not a commander.
Yeah, he's diligent. He's diligent in his duties, but his level as a defender for me is capped because I don't rate him up here. I don't think he's a good defender. I feel like defending more your brain than your physical attributes. And whilst I do think Aspie was sleeping as well for the Minamino goal, Aspie because Minamino's coming in on Zouma's blind side, but I mean the gap between Zouma and Aspie, and he sees Redmond with the ball further up. Where else is he going to pass that ball, bro? Like where else is he going to pass that ball? Minamino is the only one making a run inside the box for Southampton, so it's obvious he's going to try and find him. And I felt like Zouma, he's ball watching. For me, I don't like when defenders ball watch too much. You should be aware of your surroundings. And whilst again, I must reiterate that Aspilicueta, he's seen that Minamino's coming in on Zouma's blind side, so you have to do more to try and stop him from getting the ball.
Yeah.
But Zouma, I've said it to my friends. I've said it to you, Matisse. I feel like he's a player. He's a defender that can be part of your squad. Like he can be a rotational option, but I don't think Zouma is good enough to be a firm first choice starter for a top four side. I don't think.
Toby has echoed my word bang on exactly. That's exactly how I feel about Rudiger as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Rudiger's 10 times worse.
Yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. Let's not get it twisted, right? In a back four, I rate Zouma higher than any other centre back outside Thiago Silva. But the thing is with Zouma, and this is why I didn't state on Twitter last season where everyone was picking their centre backs. They're like, who's the best centre back? And we didn't have Thiago Silva at this time. We just had a bunch of secondary centre backs. And I use this term all the time, secondary centre backs, no primary. And everyone was picking Zouma and Rare. And cool, maybe Zouma was the best. But for me, I keep saying this. I would judge Zouma as a defender in terms of, is he able to lead a back line? Is he able to be the primary? If you're not able to be the primary centre back and you need someone next to you, then for me, you're always going to be up for question. If you're not the Thiago Silva, if you're not the leader, if you're not the world-class one, if you're not the chosen one, if you're not the special one, I'm always going to judge you as, okay, are you good enough for Chelsea Football Club to be a starter? This is why I don't get over the top with Christensen. This is why I don't ever talk about Rudiger that much in terms of speaking highly of him. And the same with Zouma, because I like the guy, but he hasn't, there's levels to this game, and he hasn't gone up a notch. And after Thiago Silva's gone, if these defenders around him who are meant to be learning the game as they play alongside one of the best defenders of our generation, if they are not learning the game and when he leaves they're still dead, then we have to replace again, which means they haven't, this learning curve for them has been nothing. And this is where Mark Doherty comes in, or one of these young centre-backs that you want to go and purchase. Go and get me someone who's going to learn while Thiago Silva's here. If you're not learning and you're just relying, it's like when you're at work and you get taught how to do the job. You're either learning or you're just getting by. But I want you to be learning.
I feel like with Zouma though, the type of defender he is, they thrive. Like, as you saw at the start of the season. Zouma was one of your best. Him and Thiago Silva, they formed a good partnership. But his type of defender, he almost needs a sort of calming and more composed and more intelligent defender like Thiago Silva next to him, because one is probably more physical, the other one's more mental, and I feel like it can work together. But I just feel Kurt Zouma, he's done a lot of good stuff for Chelsea, a lot of good things for Chelsea this season, but I still have my doubts on whether he's firm like Chelsea number one. But I do think your point is valid on him learning from Thiago Silva, but I just don't think Zuma is that defender. I don't think Zuma will ever be the number one defender. I feel like he can be a really good number two next to a number one, but he can't be the number one himself.
It's a strange one because he's
Can I give Chelsea some good news?
Go on.
Atletico Madrid are losing, by the way. Just let you know
I don't
that.
give a shit, bro.
Their form has dropped. Their form has dropped. Their form in the last 3 games, in their last 3 games, they have drawn 2 and lost 1 and won 1 in it. But
I don't give a.
Let me speak.
No, you're not going to speak because you just put out some stupid information.
Let me speak. Oh, no, don't talk about stupid information, fam. Don't talk about stupid. Don't let me drag you through the mud, fam. Let me speak, fam. Let me speak. I brought that statistic, but you man also my tweet after the game ended, fam. I didn't even tweet about the game after the game ended. I tweeted about Atletico because I'm still worried. That's not going to change up. Definitely not going to change up. But I actually wanted to speak about the whole centre-back situation as well, innit? Because for me, moving forward, like, true say, as much as I don't rate Christensen that much, we're not getting some of the errors that we had today on that goal. That's not going to happen. Because positionally,
you don't rate any of them, do you?
Bad.
I
used to rate Rudiger.
Tobi's bad. See, he's bad. I don't rate him. Matisse knows I don't rate him. Anita knows I don't rate him. Lewis knows I don't rate him. Bearman in chat know I don't rate him. They know I don't rate him. But one thing you have to give to Christensen is his positioning on the pitch. He can be dreadful physically, okay, and he can be dreadful in every other element of football, okay, when it comes to that. But when it comes to positioning as well, I have him over Rudiger and Zouma. Simple for that very reason. Something like what happened today, okay, he's not getting caught out in that. He's not getting caught out in that.
You're right. He's going to get dunked on in a corner by Vestergaard. That's what's going to happen.
No, you're spot on.
He's not
dead. He's dead. He's actually dead.
This is actually so alarming, yeah, because we've literally just named one centre back who we trust, and
but that's never changed.
He's potentially.
Zouma's good enough to be in your squad. I don't know whether he's good enough to start though.
In 2019, okay, 2019, August 17th, you can go and check one of my very first podcast episodes. I had 19 followers back then. I said my thing about Zouma. I said about Rudiger. I said none of these brothers should be starting for Chelsea Football Club. Look. Not a single one of them. And I will continue to stand by that. Nothing has changed. It hasn't changed.
The only top defender, centre back that we have is Thiago Silva. Simple as that. It's as simple as that. Nothing's changed. That is clear when a new manager comes in and he immediately says, "Yeah, back 3, numbers game, because you man are not it. You're not levels. So I'm gonna go back 3. I'm gonna go Thiago Silva in the middle to marshal the both of you. And like I said, if you were good enough defensively, individually, I'd be playing a back 4. Let's just keep it real. When you play a back 3, it's because your centre backs are a little bit shaky. You need to play a numbers game, so it's easier to defend with 3 than 2. Come on, we know this. This ain't rocket science. You can go to a back 5 when need be. We know this. We knew that it was just Silva. Let's keep it $100. It was just Silva and the other guys around him. It's partly Tuchel coming in, and it's partly Silva making them look better. Silva is a defender that enhances others' game around him. That's where it is. 100%. That's where it is, and it's not overreacting. It's just the facts of the matter. And at times, we'll keep clean sheets, and it doesn't mean Christensen should stay. It doesn't mean Rudiger should stay. As I've said, you ain't heard them words come out of my mouth. It just means that we are being led by a real leader. We've got Tuchel there, and at times, they will keep clean sheets because there's 3 of them. But at the same time, when it comes to elite defending on a consistent basis, they're not good enough on a consistent basis. They're not top level. These are not the centre backs that are going to win you a title. We know this. The thing that I think is interesting as well is that, man, I mean, we're gonna have to probably go into the market, which is why we're linked to the centre back. We're linked to the centre back all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. We need one.
We haven't been conceding goals, and this is where the attack comes in. Like Toby said, we haven't.
muted.
We can't hear you, Toby. Toby, you're muted. You're muted.
Is he muted?
He's muted.
Toby, you're muted, fam. You're muted.
I'll unmute.
I was saying you got some nice chocolates if you want some.
What?
Some chocolate. Or you can send them to Mourinho for tomorrow, innit? You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's in 9th position FC? You know what I'm saying? Is that where you man are at? Big boy.
What?
Yeah,
One thing
we're crap, though. You're not going to hear me come here and wax lyrical about Spurs. We're crap, and we have a manager who I hate. So, yeah.
You see, this is why I like and don't like Toby at the same time. I can't drag Tottenham with
No,
Toby.
you can't.
He does drag. He would drag Tottenham with you.
I've been trying.
He would drag Tottenham with you, fam. Oh,
I've been trying.
The one thing I wouldn't do.
Dragging him with me.
The one thing I wouldn't do, is just bin back three. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, I'm tired of this formation." No.
It works.
Yeah. For me, it works. It's been working. And today, to be fair, we came up against a team that were very well organized, and I'm a bit disappointed that we didn't break them down because we've been coming up against low blocks since Tuchel was in charge. Maybe they weren't as well organized as Southampton as Toby was saying, but we've had the prep. We had almost a week to prepare for this game. So for me, it's not the formation. It's just players in that formation, small little tweaks that were made to rotate the team when you couldn't afford to do it because, let's be real, they just couldn't handle it. The likes of bringing Zouma into the middle of a back three over Christian and Thiago to make little tweaks and rotate us.
How long is Thiago Silva out for, by the way?
He's back in training.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking ahead to that Atletico Madrid game, and I know obviously there's been a lot of exaggeration on social media, probably by myself as well, to be honest. But let's be real, player for player, man for man, this should be an even contest, and this should be a tie that you should be looking to win. Let's be real, man for man. You know why
I'm scared? Yeah, I'm scared because of our end product. Where are we gonna find goals against such a low? This is the best defense in Europe so far. Where are we gonna find the end product against them? That's what I'm worried about. I'm not even worried about the matchup. It's just about how are we going to score. That's the only thing I'm scared of.
And this is what I was saying. This is what I was saying early on. I don't think your 3-4-3 shape is bad, but I think the issue for me now is that when the ball gets into the final third, you lot get nosebleeds. There's no cutting edge in the final third. And then even to get the ball into the final third, I feel like you lot are still trying to find this weird balance in your wing backs because Chilwell, he's not as good as ball striker as Alonso, but Alonso is a shocking left back or left wing back, whatever you want to call it. And then on the right side,
he's a shocking human being.
We
don't even need to talk about it.
Dami's going to get a personal.
And then on the right side as well, you've got Reece James, who's not good at going past players, but he's really good at crossing and shooting the ball. So he looks better in a back four instead of the wing back position. And then you got Hudson Odoi. I just feel like the balance still needs to be found there within your.
It's not perfect, and it's not going to.
And your finishing needs to get better as well.
True say, if you wanted it to be perfect, you'd enter the transfer window and make those tweaks. Do you know what I mean? You're just he's kind of just not shoehorning, but he's just working with what he's got and going with it at the moment. I'm not. When it comes to Atletico, I agree with you. We should be hoping and going to win, but I'm not expecting it. Like if we used to go out to Atletico, I'm not going to start kicking down chairs and smashing laptops and shit. Because I don't expect to get past the best team in Spain. Huh? Yeah,
it's realistic that they could dump you out. Same way.
100%. This is a team, and by the way, let's make this very clear. Diego Simeone has been there a very long time. That is the equivalent of coming up against your Klopp understanding at Liverpool, your Pep understanding at City. He's been there for donkey's years, so he understands that team to a T. And he knows inside out every single player he's got, and he knows how to utilize them best. They've got one defeat to their name. If they lose this game, I don't know. I don't really care, regardless, because they're still going to be a threat, regardless. Suarez is on form. João Felix is going to be interested in the pockets in between our defense and attack. I'm a bit worried about that. Look at Anita there, just scratching her nose. She's like, João Felix, is a throwback footballer, and if he's on form, we ain't ever seen nothing like that since Tuchel coming. I don't think we've really even seen that in Prem. Who in Prem is really like that type of João Felix player? If you make comparisons.
What, like false 9 and number 10 and stuff?
Yeah, just like that throwback skiller. Because I ain't really seen that in Prem.
You lot told us that Havertz was that type of player.
Oh, don't.
No, I'm being dead serious. You lot told us.
You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead.
I am. Oh, let's face the music. Let's face the music.
That's what you man told us. And if you think about it stylistically,
Grealish.
How about this? Skillful, plays number 9, plays 10, scores goals, creates goals as well.
Grealish.
You're talking about Grealish, sorry?
Grealish, yeah, Grealish. Good answer, Toby. Grealish.
No,
Grealish. Good answer.
But I feel like the only thing.
Man said Bruno Fernandes. Don't piss me off.
Nah, I'm not going to stay here. I'm not even going to get involved. I'm passengering on the side.
You Man United fans are trolls, fam. Man said Bruno Fernandes, and I don't hate him. Like he's a very impactful player. But to compare him to João Felix, yeah, in terms of stylistic, you're taking a piss. Don't ever do that again, bro. don't ever do that again. I'm not even talking ability. I'm talking about stylistically, bro. Don't ever do that again. You're rude for that. That was definitely a joker. But yeah, I mean, Grealish is probably the one that I would look at and say, yeah, that's the one. So listen, I'm worried, man. I can't lie, but I'm excited at the same time because now the team have to bounce back. They have to say to themselves.
You see, the thing is,
I'm excited as well, man. Champions League knockout time.
Big man.
One of the best sides in Europe. This is what
we need.
This is what you should be. So you should relish it and
relish it, bro. This is what we need. I'm excited, bro.
The thing is, a lot of Chelsea fans, right? When I say that we'll probably lose against Atletico, they see it as it's an insult type thing. It's actually an insult. It's not an insult. For Chelsea fans who think it's an insult, it's not an insult. Losing to one of the best teams in Europe at the moment, it is not an insult. At the end of the day, we don't have the end product, the quality at the front, and the quality in the final third to beat these guys. And you're going to have that. And it's not to say that we won't be able to get that next season. Next season, who knows? Who knows what our players will be doing next season? Maybe they would have found their feet in Tuchel's system. Maybe we'll be playing more flamboyant football, stuff like that. And then maybe we will be able to go up against Atletico Madrid. But this year, I don't want us to get through. I don't want it to happen. We need to focus on bigger things. We've got bigger fish to fry. We do. I would rather focus on top 4 than get through to a quarterfinal and get knocked out in the long run. I'd rather that. Guys, if we get no. Hear me out.
Where are we going from? Hold on.
Hear me out. Wait.
No.
There are so many. No, wait.
What did you say? Go on, tell me. I didn't even hear it.
I basically said I'd rather focus on top 4 than get to the quarterfinal and lose along the way anyway. I'd rather do that.
No.
Okay, and I'll catch my later. Nice enough, you get me.
If you're in the Champions League, you got to be in it. You're in the Champions League and you got to be in it to win it. And I'm sorry, you spent 250 million on your squad. You have a squad that is big enough to do your thing in the Champions League.
Okay, can I explain?
No.
Let me explain. My main point is I'd rather focus on top 4 and get to the quarterfinals and then most likely lose the quarterfinals. If we're gonna lose now, I'd rather lose now. Don't get me wrong.
So, but what do you gain if you? So what? Let's see this. What do you gain if you throw the game in the Champions League? You get knocked out.
No, I'm not saying throw the game. I'm saying if we go out and we focus on top 4, fine. If we go to the next stage, how are we gonna focus on top 4? The likelihood of us winning the Champions League. The same way you've done it.
I will play over.
Anita, the same way you've done it. Anita, the same way you've done it years and years.
Only and saying something like that, you're offending the man.
Chelsea have been out. I bet Chelsea. I banter Chelsea loads, but in the last 10, 15 years, you lot have finished outside the top 4 twice, I think. Twice. 10 under Jose Mourinho and 5th under Conte. Twice, right?
Yeah,
twice. So in that the other years, guess what you were doing? You were in the Champions League. You were getting to knockout stages, quarterfinals, possibly even some semi-finals, and you're still finishing top 4. So
Yeah,
why
but is this team good enough to do both? I don't think so. That's just me. I don't
on
think
paper it is? And
so.
it's-
Anita
On
out is
paper,
trending in the
on
chat,
paper,
you know.
I know. Everyone's calling me mad. I get it. I understand. Like, not everyone's gonna understand where I'm coming from. And I get top 4 isn't a trophy, but what's the likelihood of us winning the Champions League this season? If this is this time, wait. If it's this time next season, this would never come out of my mouth. But because we're struggling to find end product, we're struggling with so many aspects of our team at the moment. We're going through a transition period as well. I would rather us focus on top 4 than try and get to a Champions League final that we won't win.
But you have a squad big enough to do both.
We have.
No,
Let me
we
put it
don't have a
this way.
squad good enough to do it.
We have.
Well, you haven't got big enough.
We have
to
a
do both.
we have a
Not good
bloated
enough.
squad. We have a bloated.
It can be.
squad.
It can be.
We have a bloated squad. When we got kicked out of the Carabao Cup to Tottenham, that killed Lampard because he then had a bloated squad that he could not utilize. I get the depths of the squad is not good enough to compete on multiple fronts, but if you enter a Champions League and we gas it up to get into it every year, only to say, right, well, if we're not going to win it, then let's just leave. If you used to do that every year, then what is actually the point of going to the Champions League?
I'm sorry, you can't be spending 150 million in the summer and tell me that you ain't got a squad good enough to
The main point
to be in the Champions League and get top 4. That's nonsense. I can't hear that.
Well, it's not good enough though. The squad isn't good enough for us to go so far in the Champions League.
Wow, cry. Both you and your 4 strikers and your Brazilian midfielders and your ZX and Havertz, your squad is good enough to compete for top 4 and be in the Champions League. Wow.
Let me pull Anita back into the shop and let me sort of rebuttress her point for her, and then Anita, tell me where you stand after that. I hear what you are saying. Okay, I hear what you are saying. Like, okay, at the end of the day, like, well, what's the probability of us winning it? But don't you think that our squad is big enough for us to compete on both fronts? True say, Chelsea squad today, as much as we do, should be beating Southampton. Right. Do you know where I'm coming from? We have the team that should be beating these people. I know we're in transition settings. Do you know where I'm coming, son? You know when you clutch down when you're driving so you can change gear? That's what Chelsea are on right now. I know it's difficult for us to be running mid-gear shifts, but we have the ability and the capabilities to be able to push on. Because my thing is, Tricia, going so far in the Champions League brings us more money financially too. You know what I'm saying? It benefits us in multiple different ways.
Can I just make my final point? We saw Liverpool with an inferior squad under Jurgen Klopp in 2017-2018 get to a Champions League final and finish top 4. We saw us with an inferior squad to what Chelsea have now get to a Champions League and finish top 4.
Okay. We saw Chelsea. We saw Chelsea with a terrible Basingwa and all these man them and Kalu, not Kalu, and Bertrand get to a Champions League final. Tuchel just took PSG to a final. We have a coach to do it.
Let me rebuttal, yeah. So we spoke about.
You're not going to get to the final, but you should still be in it to win it. I want to make that clear.
Wait. You spoke about Liverpool 17-18, yeah. Cool. They had the same manager from the season before. Cool. That's one thing. They had quality players. 2 things. Cool. You spoke about Chelsea 2012. They switched managers halfway through. Yes, but they had quality players who can do it. Cool. Right now, we've got squad depth. We've got a brand new manager. However, we saw our second team play against Barnsley. We struggled. Do I think that this squad depth is good enough to take on top 4 and go to a Champions League final? No, I do not. So I'm going to ask you a question. Would you rather get to a Champions League semi-final, get kicked out and miss out on top 4? Or would you rather get kicked out of the Champions League last 16 and get top 4? What would you rather?
I don't have to pick.
I don't have to pick. Yeah.
I'm not picking.
That's the basis of my point.
I get it.
Yeah, but the point, what we're saying is the point is invalid when you have as lacking as your squad is from being your perfect Chelsea squad, it is still a squad that's good. No, but I'm saying as lacking as it is from being a perfect Chelsea squad. You said that you said that you had your fringe players. They played against Barnsley. They didn't. They flattered to deceive. We know that your squad can improve. We know that some of these players aren't as good as what they're meant to be. But fundamentally, the squad is good enough to be where you are now, which is in the top 4 and in the Champions League. I see no reason why that should change in a month's time, 2 months' time.
So, Toby, with Tottenham, would you rather go as far as you can in Champions League, still lose, or get top 4?
You shouldn't have to pick.
I shouldn't have to pick.
You're telling me we shouldn't have to.
I wouldn't pick. I would say, why can't we do both?
Yeah.
No, you're telling me we shouldn't have to pick, and that's fair. But all I'm saying is I have chosen that I'd rather get top 4, and it's not a bad shout because I don't want us to go as far as we can, put all our resources into it, and miss out on top 4, knowing that we're not going to win.
What are you trying to say?
Anita, this whole season,
I play a game, but if we don't win, I'm not going to be mad because
I'm not going to be mad. No, I'm not going to be mad. But I still want to go far.
Listen, if this was a team of Drogba, Mata, Malouda, Kalou, Basingwa, all of them, man. If it was a team of that, I would not be saying it.
Those players were at the end of their careers, though. They're at the end of their Chelsea careers. 7
new players. We've got a new manager. We've got a new style of play. Are you putting all your eggs in the Champions League? No, you're not.
No, but technically,
no one is saying put your eggs in the Champions League. You have a squad big enough to do both.
Games at the same time. Like,
yeah, but we have a
you have a squad big enough to do both.
So what we hold on. What we lack in that 2012 team, 100%. But what we have that 2012 team didn't have is a top manager that just got to a Champions League final. So what we lack in ability and leadership on the pitch, we make up for it with ability and leadership on the touchline. That's my first point. Second point is this team, after 1 draw against Southampton, there's no way now I'm going to be saying this team they can't even handle 2 competitions. They can't. I'm not going to be saying it because there's too much depth there. And
it's 3 competitions, by the way, FA Cup as well. Just saying, it's 3.
Yeah, but you can.
I'm putting it all in perspective. I'm putting it all.
But you lot have been. But this season's been a congested season anyway. There's rarely been a week where you've had.
So then why is what I'm saying mad? Like, I don't get it. Why is what I'm saying mad? Because if this is next season, I would never say this. Next season, I can't say it because Tuchel would have had a full season with these players, and these players that. I'm so sorry, but they haven't shown me the quality enough to win the Champions League. The difference between 2012 and now, yes, okay, we've got an experienced manager now. Fair enough, cool. But is it the manager that plays? No, we have the.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm playing in 2012. There's a huge difference.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of these football fans who hates when opposition fans with big squads, jam-packed with quality. Yes, it has some pretenders. I hate when opposition fans with big squads tell me that they have to pick and choose. You are literally from day 1 to the end of the season, you are in it to win all competitions. You're in it to challenge on all fronts. If your squad, if everything you were saying was true about Chelsea, you wouldn't have spent 250 million in the summer. You wouldn't have sacked your manager who was performing halfway through the season. Your chairman wouldn't be doing everything he's done over the years just for you lot to say, oh, let's pick one or the other. Yes. I get the point you're making. But fundamentally, you have enough depth in your team.
You lot are looking at quantity over quality, and that's fine.
No, we have. Sorry.
You're saying that you struggled against Barnsley. That's fine.
I'm out, lads. I'm out, lads.
Let me go for that.
This is my cue to go. Later, enjoy your Chelsea pod. Sorry.
All right, we're gonna wrap up soon anyway. But if I'm making these points, right? First of all, let me go through these super chats here. Kevin says, Anita, your standards can't be so low. We are Chelsea, not Arsenal. We don't settle. We have ruthless manager. We need silver. We need top 4. And Doc says it's not squad depth, it's squad form quality. We are not winning the Champions League. Be real. We need to get top 4. Okay, so perfect. You've got two completely separate opinions there. So we can get the players we need. Cool.
You missed the super chat.
I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming
from.
You
missed the super chat, right?
Oh, which one?
There was a blue one I saw. I think. I'm not sure. There's a blue super chat somewhere, I think.
Oh, no, I think
the fact that man, Dami are still wearing coats.
You guys are still ready to go.
Yeah, 100. No, but listen. We're talking about depth, yeah? That means we're saying that that sharp, Stefan. Okay. All right, that means that means we're giving up on Pulisic. And we're giving up on Ziyech. And we're giving up on Kai Havertz. Those 3 players didn't start today. That's your depth. That means you're giving up on Giroud. That's your depth. That means you're giving up on I know the defense is wide, so I'm not going to go through them, man. There, do you know what I mean? But in terms of the attacking depth, are we saying we don't have any quality there because they're off form, or are we saying we don't have any quality there because we don't believe in them anymore? That is the question I have to ask you, okay? Because we do have depth.
I'm saying it because they're not on form, and Pulisic gets injured every 2 weeks. We know that he gets injured every 2 weeks. So that again, that takes away from Kai Havertz has been injured since God knows when. That takes away from the squad depth again. So these players, they have not been reliable this season. When it comes to next season, and we see that they are reliable, we see them get a lot more run of games. They're going to have the summer to rest, Euros to start playing as well. They're going to have a pre-season. Next season, this will not come out from my mouth. The expectation will be different for me. Do you understand? I'm managing my expectations because I know the amount of games we've got coming up. In the space of a week, we've got Man United, Atletico and Liverpool, and then Atletico again, then Leeds. That is a lot of teams to play. If we go out and we focus on top 4, I will not be mad at it. But this time next season, I cannot say that because then they've had enough time to gel. They've had enough time to get over the injuries, and we've had enough time to replace whoever needs to be replaced because of their injuries. Right now, you're talking about Pulisic and Havertz. We don't have them. We don't have them. They are injured. We do not have them. I can't sit here and expect myself to believe that we can go as far as we can in the Champions League and maintain that top 4 when Liverpool are not even in the top 4. Tottenham are not even in the top 4. Man United have solidified themselves in the top 4. Leicester City, at the moment, they are not looking like they're going to drop. If they do drop, thank you, Jesus. But that's all if, buts, and maybes. Everything is if, buts, and maybes. That is our only guarantee into the Champions League. So if we get to the semi-finals, yeah, and we're all gassed in April, we got to the semi-finals, blah, 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 and we are sitting 6th, it's going to be too late. It will be too late. I don't think we can manage both. If we do it and we manage both, fair play to Tuchel, that's fine. But at the same time, I don't think it's possible. So that's why I say, if we do come out of the Champions League to focus on the top 4, I wouldn't be mad for it. But next season, the expectation will be, I want to get as far as we can, as well as get a Champions League. That's me personally.
True say.
You know what, yeah?
True say.
I'm going to end it there.
No. Let me speak. You might have been speaking for 30 minutes. You didn't even talking and loud speaking and talking and this and XYZ and then nothing like a church star. Yeah. Let me speak, fam. Bomber class, fam. Even the chat are complaining I'm not speaking. And you want to end it there? Bomber. Remember my dead body, fam. What's wrong with you? Mickey Mouse settings, fam. On the MH channel. Is this how you treat your guests? Is that how you treat them in your house? Nah, don't do that again, fam. Don't do that again. Don't try that again. Let me speak, fam. Can I speak?
I like Anita's speech there. I don't really want to get it ruined, but carry on.
Christ. Anyway, all I wanted to say was Anita spitting. That's all I was going to say. Anita spitting. Because at the end of the day...
Oh, you agree with her now?
No, but my thing is, let me explain why I agree with what she's saying in it. What she's saying is that because my thing is, yeah, I believe we squad-wise, okay, throw away form, throw away injuries, throw everything away, yeah? You know what I'm saying? Let me speak. Let me speak.
Let me talk.
You understand? Man is when they put full-blown 7... Is it what's this one called? 700.
Man saying Dami Broin, fam.
Man could be Dami Broin, you know, imagine. But like literally, like at the end of the day, like I definitely, you man allow this joke, fam. You know I'm backing up, fam.
Let me talk.
I'm backing up.
Sorry, go on, carry on. Hurry up. We got to wrap up.
But like I said, at the end of the day, like we just need to look at it like, yeah, we have the names to be able to progress in these certain leagues, okay? I just feel like if anything should happen, like, because truthfully, like I said, today's 11 should be beating Southampton. That's a weak 11 in our eyes, but they should be beating them. Look at Ziyech. These brothers are out there. He's sleeping, fam. Like I said, William settings. That's what brother is on at the moment. You've got Kante and Gilmore messing up against Barnsley Football Club and all these different people. So the thing is, I wouldn't say we should I don't think Tuchel is the sort of person that's going to be like, okay, I am going to choose a worse squad in the Champions League because I feel like things are not going to unfold nicely for us and we need to concentrate on top 4. I just feel like overall we have the 11 to be able to, not 11, the squad to be able to go through this in a proper way. I don't know if that made too much sense, but that's how I view the thing. So That's why I hear what Anita is saying. In it. I definitely hear what she's saying. I hear what she's saying. Like I said, and that's all three of us can agree that if we get absolutely shafted and bent over about Atletico on Tuesday, none of us are going to be too angry, to be fair. The three of us are going to be here after Tuesday. Remember that? We're all going to be here. We're not going to be angry. We'll be sipping wine, innit? We might even sip wine. Who knows? But what am I saying? What's your postcode? I'll send you guys a bottle of wine if we win. What are you talking about? Like, we might even do it that way. Like, it's true, innit? So at the end of the day, I just look at the thing like, rah. I think we can do it. And that's me believing in the ability, the maximum. Because when you talk about Champions League, yeah, these brothers can mess about in different shops. Let me speak. They are speaking about all these different things, yeah. They are talking. Look at you. Put down the microphone, boss. Let me speak. Anyways, like I was saying, at the end of the day, like Champions League settings is different. You know what I mean? When you step into the Champions League, people are more electrocuted. They are more gassed up. They want to do way more. So I hate Matisse's face. I'm not talking again, fam.
He's like
waffling. Bro,
I'm waffling. You're speaking. All right, what con? See him. Look at him.
Listen. I understand where you're both coming from. I understand where you're coming from. All right. Wow. But all I'm saying is this is Chelsea Football Club. You know what? I can just mute you. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm on my own stream. This brother's moving like this. Like I can't mute him. He cannot mute himself. Listen. I understand what you guys are saying, but all I'm saying is that this is still Chelsea Football Club. Do not go out there and embarrass us. Just what I'm saying. I'm not saying we can win the Champions League, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't just be sacrificing games. We need to still put some respect on the badge. You know what I'm saying? This is not Arsenal. This is not Tottenham. Smash the likes.
Smash the likes.
Dickheads. Smash the like button. We're gonna wrap up now. Smash the like button. It's been a very good review. Dami, let them know where to find you, dickheads.
Somebody said Batiste Mouse. I'm in tears, G. Alright, man, I'm not going to spend up too much time because apparently I'm the grand waffle in it. That's what someone called me in chat right now. So we'll just today has been a day of abuse on Twitter and on live stream, so it's calm in it. Don't worry. I've been called every racial slur under the planet because I said Tuchel was spitting. I mean, he backed himself in the press conference, so that's another thing. But if you want to see my Mickey Mouse face, just go to the grand dam in it. That's all it is. I don't have much more to say other than that. Matisse has violated me this evening, so yeah.
Oh, look at him. Oh, why
Matisse in it?
It's not me.
It's you.
It's Anita.
All right.
It's everyone. All right, wrap up, bro. Anita, where can they find you, man? Audio can't last no longer.
I was thinking, like, what's going on? You can find me on @GolddiggersUK, and yeah, just follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And you can also find me on the Football Terrace, where I host the Chelsea Show sometimes.
Beautiful. See that? Beautiful. So, people,
wait, pull up. So you didn't say nothing after I spoke, but you had to. You're a terrorist. You're a terrorist.
You need to stop overusing these memes, fam. Seriously.
Nah, no worries, fam.
People, it's been real. Great stream. We've definitely covered everything. It's going to be a great playback for the man that got time. And yeah, on to Atletico. I don't know what that review is going to be saying. That's going to be fun. And we move. You know what I'm saying? We're still in the top 4, but I don't really care. I'm pissed. I need to go and enjoy myself now. I'm going to go and... I don't even know what to do, fam. I don't know. Who else is playing today?
Everton, Liverpool, 5:30.
Okay, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
Pray for a draw, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Please.
People, it's been real. In a bit, good luck. Links will be in the description. We move, I guess. Do you know what I'm saying? Spud me, G.
Spud me,
G.
Spud me. Let's move.
3-point collectors. This is depressing.
Perfect.